Hello, everyone. It is so good to see you again, and we're in chapter 4 of Introduction to Religious Studies. So make sure that you pick up your book and you follow along with me in chapter 4. Hope that you're enjoying the class so far. Okay, everybody. So in chapter 4, it talks about who holds the truth. And so the title of this is Religion as Truth Claims. So every religion has a claim that something is true or something happened, that this person exists, that the world was created this way or wasn't this way. Every religion has some form or principle of truth that they believe in, right? And so we can't get away from that in every religion. So right here, I want you to remember that every religion holds some type of fundamental truth. So for example, in Buddhism, they would reject the idea that there's one true God. But in Judaism, they believe that there's one true God. Okay, there's one God, monotheistic. They honor one God. Okay, so who's to say who's right or wrong? What's considered true there, the Buddhist belief or the Jewish belief? Well, actually, as you see right there, I said both. Let's circle that here. Both. Isn't that awesome? Both. So according to whoever is following that religion, right, that is true for that person. So it's really important for us to understand religion helps us to understand the world, and each religion has its own set of beliefs or truths. Now remember, those beliefs or truths can be contrary to others. But what is truth? So let's define that. What do we think is true? What do we mean by that? And so truth can be found so many different ways. Some religions find truth in nature, or maybe they assign it to something that happened for real in history, or something that happened in science. So, for example, if individuals are trying to find and research if somebody existed in a particular religion, and you can find evidence of that person, or maybe evidence that they wrote something or they existed thousands and thousands of years, there was a painting of this person, right? That would be an historical truth. Other people think that truth is not a particular fact, right, that you can form or get a book to support, but it could be more so of your opinion, faith. Okay, and so and remember, when we talk about truth, there's so many different ways to even look at that word. So it is true for a particular person to believe something. It may be true for that person, but it may not be true for others. So it's all about perspective. I wear glasses, right? I have to wear glasses because I can't see. And so I see things through these lenses. I have a prescription, right? But if you try to put this prescription on, you might not be seeing very clearly. Because it's not for your set of eyes, right? So we all go through life with our own perspective. There are a few different perspectives that I want you to read in the book. Charles Kimball has a perspective on truth, but Knitter said that, well, he suggested that religious truth claims express different perspectives of how things are in the world. That's all. Religious truth just simply says in different ways, this is my perspective and this is your perspective. One person over here says there are many gods, and somebody else might say there's just one God. Somebody over here may say this is the way to heaven, and somebody else over here believes the truth is another way to heaven. Okay, and so look at that right there at the bottom. We all go through life with our different set of telescopes by how we see the world. Okay, so when we talk about different perspectives, I want to give you three different perspectives to looking at the world. Wilfred Cantwell Smith said that religions can't be true. And that true is in quotes, right? And he said each tradition is comprised of a complex history of ideas or events and people, and it's too hard to evaluate all those things and say this was absolutely true. Let me give you an example, and I want you to listen to this example with an open mind. And I come to you a lot with my background in Christianity. But for example, in Genesis, when we talked about the story of creation and myths, creation myths and stories, you know, it's really, 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 really hard to pinpoint things. Um, you know, for example, in that creation story, we can pinpoint locations because the story talks about locations. But to find everything and to nail everything down and have it all written in the book and say that this is exactly what happened, we might never have that. But what most people hold in a religion is that their faith, that they believe that it is. John Hicks suggests that each religion is, watch this, mythologically true. It has the power to direct people to what is real. So the stories may not be all factually there because nobody really knows 100%, but John Hicks says your religion can guide you to what is true, to guide you to what you feel is real. Okay, and Gandhi said, I thought this was real interesting. Gandhi said that all religions are true. Watch this. And all religions have some error in them. All religions are true. And all religions have some error in them or errors in them. I want you to sit with that for a little bit and think about what that means to you. And I apologize, I probably have my cameras over top of this graphic, but Gandhi's quote says, there is no God higher than truth. There is no God higher than truth. But it's really interesting about what Gandhi says, that all religions have some truth in it, but there can also be some error in it. And it doesn't mean that we throw away our faith of what we believe, but I believe that what Gandhi is saying is that, you know, sometimes maybe something could not be all the way accurate in your scriptures or something. Maybe we don't have the 100% story of everything that happened, but we do know that something happened. Okay. All right. Now we get to the point where we said earlier that each religion has a fundamental truth, right? Each religion believes that this is what it is, and that's what they believe, and they're going to train their disciples and their families to believe that. Okay, but sometimes there are going to be conflicts over the truth, and we see it today. For example, here's a big example: it's the Taliban, and they follow a different type of Islam, and it is not the same type of Islam that all individuals may follow. But the Taliban in Afghanistan said that they were going to bomb these Buddhist statues because they felt, look at this, their truth said that these statues of Buddha were evil, or that they were wrong, and that they were leading people away from ultimate truth. It was leading them to a bad road, right? And so I put the link there. You can read that article a little bit later. Here's the link right here of this story. And the Taliban did that, and we're even going to go back a little bit and see how religion played a part in September 11th, because that's another big truth claim, and I won't get into it right now because that's going to be a whole another part we'll get to in about 2 more weeks. But the Taliban did this in their belief of truth, right? Because they felt that what they were doing was good, and they felt that what the other people were doing, or this statue, was wrong, that was not truth, or that was not a good thing. And it wasn't a good thing, you know. They were destroying property, and you know, of course, with the Taliban, they have hurt several people, killed lots of folks because of their beliefs. Okay, next, let's talk about inclusivism versus exclusivism in religions. So let's break down the two terms. Exclusivism says that one religious tradition or one particular religion holds the truth. They have the truth principle. So, for example, it believes that their religion is that other people's religion about maybe like salvation or how to get to heaven or something, that they're not true. So what we mean by exclusivism means that that religion says that this is the way, we hold the truth, and all the other people, well, that's good, but that's not gonna cut it, right? Exclusivism says that religious truth can be found in a religion, but they don't count out the other religions to be false either. And what inclusivism is, look at the word inclusive, it says that those other religions have truth too. So I want you to look at that, and I want you to ask yourself some questions personally. Which one suits you the most? Exclusivism or inclusivism? It's a tongue twister. Here's the next question that I have for you, and I'm probably over top of the question. Which one of these, exclusivism or inclusivism, have you seen in progress maybe in the religion that you follow? Okay. Think about it. Answer those questions to yourself. Now remember, inclusivism or exclusivism, remember our open-mindedness. We're not going to say that either one of them is right or either one of them is wrong, because remember, y'all, we're talking about truth claims. Every religion has its own truth claim. They say that this is our principle, this is what we do, this is what we believe, right? That's what religions are built on. But as we're going through this search of what religion is, or maybe you're searching more on what your religion is and means to you, does inclusivism work for you better? And if that's what you are looking for, look and see if your religion suits that. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Or if you are in a more exclusive religion, is that working for you? Okay. So I want you to take a look at also the religions that we studied. There are 4 PowerPoints that are located in our D2L class. And I want you to take a look at those and kind of ask yourself, look through those that you work with your groups and see, was this religion inclusive or exclusive? Okay. All right, everybody, I hope that you are learning more. Make sure that you read up on Chapter 4 about truth claims, and we'll see you next time.